What about now? Stay like that? If I turn it, what happens like that? It's no good?
Yeah, I don't know why it's saying the same thing.
It's locked.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's locked.
Maybe unlock it?
I don't know how to unlock it. Pushed it so many times, now it's locked. No good. All right. We'll stay like that then. Just keep it like that. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. Hey, it's live, so.
Okay.
We just have to keep it like that, man, until we find out how to unlock it. For some reason, when we turn it to the side, sorry about that, it's locked. You know, so we'll figure it out why it's locked. But for right now, we're not going to hold it. That's Satan holding us back, trying to discourage us from the word. Hasatan, but he's not going to discourage us. We're going to get right into this word. We was reading John 6:63, and we already heard that it's the spirit that what? Quickened. It's the spirit that gives life. Read it again from the top. John 6:63. Bring it out.
It is the spirit that quickeneth.
It is the spirit that quickeneth. Go ahead.
The flesh that profiteth nothing.
The flesh will not profit you anything. A lot of people worried about their flesh today, trying to indulge in their flesh, want to feed their flesh. But your flesh won't profit you anything. Meaning there's nothing that you can do for the flesh that will profit you. And yet we work so hard every day for our flesh. People work their whole life for the flesh. They want to accomplish this, they want to do this, they want that for the flesh. But what about the spirit? When are you going to start to work for the spirit? When are you going to give things to the spirit? When are you going to walk in the spirit? Go ahead, read it.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit.
The words that we speak in today, on this Sabbath day, is spirit. Go ahead.
And they are life.
And they are what?
Are life.
They are life. So the words that will be spoken here today will be life. It will be living water. It will be bread. It will be manna. It will be food. Because we're reading not the Holy Bible. We're reading the word of Christ. Hamashiach, YAHAWASHI in the Hebrew. Give me that in Proverbs real quick. Drop that, give me Proverbs 16 and 25. Proverbs 16 and 25 is where we're going. Go ahead.
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man.
No, every way seems right to a man. He said, there is a way that seems right unto a man. Go ahead.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
But the end thereof are the ways of death. How do we know which way is the right way? Well, give me Matthew 7 and 13 real quick. Matthew 7 and 13. We just read Proverbs 16 and 25. He said, it seemeth right to a man, but in the end, it's going to lead to destruction. A lot of people believe in this type of way that they live. It seems right. It seems okay to live this way. It really does. But is that the right way? Is that the way that we should live? Of course not. Because we have to live according to what says in Scripture. Whatever the Scripture says, then that's the way that we should live. Bring it out. That's Matthew 7 and 13. It says, enter ye at the what? At the straight gate. So it's letting you know something. The walk that we take, the path that we go, it has to be what? Straight. It has to be very straight. Go ahead.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Wait a minute, slow down. Read that part one more time real slow. He said broad? Is that, when somebody says broad, what does that mean? Does that mean it's kind of wide? Wide, broad, it's wide open, right? That's what people say. So it's broad, meaning it's a lot of avenues for you to fall. It's a lot of different areas that you may be able to stumble in and fall into, sin as they would say. So it's very broad. There's not one way. It's very broad, it's open, it's many ways. Go ahead.
That leadeth to destruction.
Now there's that destruction again. We read Proverbs 16 and 25, and he said destruction at the end of that. Right here in Matthew 7 and 13, it's saying destruction too. So they coincide with one another because a man may believe that he's walking in the right way. As Proverbs 16 and 25 said, what did it say? It's a way that seems right to a man. It may seem that you're walking right. It may seem that you're doing everything right. But how do we know if we're doing the things right? How do we know? Well, we go into the word of the Most High. This is how we will know if we're doing the right thing and we're not going in the way of destruction. Because he said, he gave us a little hint in the beginning. He said, what? Straight is the way. Now he's going to go into it a little bit more. What did he say after that?
And many there be which go in thereat.
And many be that go into that broad way that leads to destruction. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate.
Because straight is the gate. Here's that word straight again. Meaning you got to walk in the straight line or you got to walk on the straight path. Go ahead.
And narrow is the way.
Oh, so now you're on the narrow path. You're not on a broad, open. You're on a very narrow path. Narrow. How narrow is it? Let's get it. Drop that. Give me 2 Ezra chapter 7. I want the narrow path. I believe, let me get it for you. 7. Let me see what verse I want. 7 and it's kind of early, maybe 7 and 11, something like that. It's so narrow that only one man can pass through it. Here it is, 7. Verse 7 is 7. But let's get a little bit of context. Let's start at 4. Because what I wanted, well, let's jump right, we're going to go straight to the meat of it. 7 and 7. Or 7 and 6.
2 Ezra
chapter 7. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Yes, sir.
There is also another thing. A city is building.
A city is building. What city is this? The kingdom. He's giving you a parable. What city is this? The kingdom of heaven, which everybody wants. This city is building. Go ahead.
And set upon a broad field.
And set upon a broad field. Go ahead.
And is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow.
This entrance to get into this place that's set up on high is very narrow. We just read in Matthew 7 and 13 that you got to enter at the straight and narrow gate. You got to go into this kingdom or this place in a straight and narrow way. Now Ezra is giving us another parable how to get into this place. You have to go through what? A narrow path. Go ahead.
And is set in a dangerous place to fall.
It is said this place is set in a dangerous place to fall. What dangerous place is that we can fall? Right here on earth. Right here on earth. This is the dangerous place on earth. Because you can fall. You can fall into sin every moment of the day. It's not hard to fall into sin. It's not hard at all. You don't even have to really do anything to fall into sin. It can come to you. So this place that is dangerous is right here on earth. It's a dangerous place. Earth is a dangerous place to live. Go ahead.
Like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
He said like if it was fire on the right hand and on the left, deep water. Are you walking in your life like it was fire on your right side and water on your left side, that if you went to the left, you would drown, and if you went to the right, you would burn up in the fire? Are you walking your life like that? Or are you walking in the left side or the right side and not walking on that straight path? See, we have to look at our life in such a way that we have to walk that straight line. Like this line that I'm looking at right here is very straight. If you happen to get pulled over by the police and they're going to give you a DUI, they want you to walk what? In this straight line. The reason they want you to walk in that straight line is to see what? Why does the police ask you to walk that straight line when you get pulled over for drunk driving? Because if you can walk that straight line, he figures that what? You're okay. He figures that you're good enough to drive. You're good enough to what? Make it home wherever you're going. You're good enough. Why? Because you're coherent. You're not intoxicated. You can understand walking in that straight line. It's the same thing with life. It's the same thing the word gave us, the Most High gave us, that what? We have to walk in that straight line. Because what? It's very narrow. That line is narrow that I'm looking at. Is that a narrow line? That line right here, it's narrow. If I ask you to walk that line, you think you can walk it all the way? Think you can walk it all the way? Without stumbling and falling or going over? Okay. See, the average person probably say no. I know I probably could. I probably stumbled one time, something, you know. But the average person is hard to walk a straight, narrow line. But Ezra is letting us know right here, when you walk that line, you should take it and look at it like it's fire on one side and water on another side. Continue on.
Verse 8.
Verse 8.
And one only path between them both.
It's only one path between them both. Go ahead.
Even between the fire and the water.
Uh-huh.
So small that there could but one man go there at once.
So it's saying right here in this passage that this walk, that narrow path, is so small. It's so small that only one man can go at a time. Only one man can pass through it at a time, not multiple people. Just one man. That's how small that path is. Go ahead.
Verse 9.
Verse 9.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, and he never shall pass the dangers set before it,
Go ahead.
how shall he receive this inheritance?
How will you receive your inheritance, which is the kingdom of heaven? It's the kingdom of the Shemayim. Everybody wants to go to the kingdom. Well, how will you receive your inheritance if you never walk through the danger? If you never walk through the dangerous part, which is here on earth, which is the fire and the water, how can you receive your inheritance? Jesus told us to walk as he walked, live as he lived, do as he do. But how do we do that? How do we take these things? What's being said here in the scripture? Continue.
Verse 10. And I said, it is so, Yahawah. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Even so is Israel's portion. Go ahead.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
So the world was made for Israel. Contrary to belief, the world that was created, that we live in, was created for Israel, for the 12 tribes of Israel. So you should be thankful that the Most High created this earth that we live in, and he created it for Israel, for us to live in. But we know that Adam fell and corrupted itself, and that's what took place. So it was corruption that took place within inside the earth. But we're here to proclaim and fight against that wickedness and that evilness that's in the earth. Go ahead.
And when Adam transgressed,
And with who transgressed?
transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done.
So when Adam transgressed, when Adam sinned, the things now that we have to live through, as it's going to say, the calamities and the strongholds and the different things that we have to go through in our life now, these are why we have to go through these things, because of sin. These are punishments. This is a punishment that you're going through because of the sin that you indulge in. That's why your life is not going right. That's why you're going through all of these episodes and these different things in your life. That's why your parents' life didn't go right. That's why your grandparents' life didn't go right. You may think that they went right. How we started off from Proverbs 16 and 25. Read that again. Jump here. Somebody give me that real quick. There's a way that seemeth right to a man. Go ahead.
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man,
Uh-huh.
but the end thereof are the ways of death.
See? The way that seemeth right to a man, in the end is death. And we're sure that your great-grandparents died, your grandparents died, your parents are going to die, and you're going to die. Why? Because you sinned against the Most High. So that's the judgment. Not only you, but everybody on this planet Earth have sinned against the Most High. That's the judgment. So we may think that we're doing something right, but the Bible lets us know that we hardly choose what's right. We hardly choose what's right. Man don't know. You may think you know, but you really don't know. Unless you're walking with the Most High. Go back to Ezra. We about to get out of here. But go ahead. 2 Ezra chapter 7, I think we at verse 11 now. Go ahead. Verse 12, go ahead.
Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail.
Full of what?
Sorrow and travail.
Full of sorrow and travail. The entrance of this world was very sorrowful and had a lot of what? Travail. Meaning your life is not going to be easy. Why? Because of sin. Go ahead. But they are but few and evil. Go ahead.
Full of perils.
And
very painful.
And very painful. So what do we need? What is the whole solution to all this? What do we need in order to get through this life? What do we need in order to walk through this life? Well, we got some key points already. It says narrow. So we know something is going to be narrow. We have to walk straight. So those are some key points, right? And we have to walk as such as that it's fire on one side and that it's water on another side, right? That's what it says. The beautiful thing is somebody was sitting here to give us an example, to give us some words for us to what? Listen. And not only listen, but to hearken to, which means to listen. But not only to listen, but to what? Anybody? To apply what the word is being said. Apply it to your life. Use the word that is being given to us to do what? Apply it and live here on earth while we are here. Give me that in Deuteronomy chapter 18 real quick. And then give me John chapter 12. John chapter 12. And then we'll jump back over to John 8. Deuteronomy 18. We're going to cut right to the meat of it. Deuteronomy chapter 18. Start at verse 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 17.
Bring it out.
And Yahweh said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren.
So this is the Most High telling us that he's going to raise up a prophet among the brethren, which is Israel. The Most High is going to raise up a prophet among his brethren, which are Israelites. Go ahead.
Like unto thee.
Like unto thee. He's speaking to Moses. This is the book of Deuteronomy. This is in the Torah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's a lot. Go ahead.
And will put my words in his mouth.
That's the key point right there. He's going to do what? What is the Most High Yahweh going to do?
Put my words in his mouth.
He's going to put his words in his mouth. So meaning this person, this prophet that's going to come, is going to speak the words of the Most High Yahweh. Not his own words. Not what he wants to tell you. But he's going to speak the words of the Most High. Matter of fact, John 8 verse. John 8:26. Go ahead.
And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command them.
And he shall speak unto them, who? The children of Israel, all that the Most High, our Father, has commanded who?
Him.
So this person that's going to come and deliver the Most High's word has been commanded to do so. He has been commanded to bring forth the word of the Most High. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass
that
whosoever will not hearken unto my words.
It shall come to pass that whosoever shall not hearken to whose word?
My words.
Yahweh's word, the Father's word. So this man, this individual, this prophet that's coming to bring this word, it's not his words. It's not his words. It's not his words at all. Whose words is it? It's the Most High's word. It's the Father's word. And the Father is saying right here that if you don't listen to the words that this prophet will bring, what will happen?
Which he shall speak in my name.
Okay, he's going to speak this word in his name. Go ahead.
I will require it of him.
Meaning, he's going to require judgment of you. Meaning the Most High will judge you. He's going to judge you because you didn't hearken or listen to the words his prophet that he sent. That's in Deuteronomy chapter 18, starting at verse 17 on down. Any word read on there?
Verse 20.
Go ahead.
Verse 20.
Verse 20.
But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name.
So this is how you gonna know a false prophet. Somebody who says something and it don't come to pass. This is how you know if this person is a real prophet or not. A real messenger of the Most High or not. Go ahead.
Which I have not commanded him to speak.
Which he have not commanded him to speak. Go ahead.
Or thou shalt speak in the name of other deities. Even that prophet shall die.
Even that prophet shall die. Hold that. Stop right there. Give me John 8. You there? Go ahead. John 8. Just to get a little context, I said 26. Yeah, let's just go to 26. Go ahead.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 26.
Go ahead.
I have many things to say and to judge of you.
So this is that prophet that we read about in Deuteronomy 18. This is the prophet right here now in John chapter 8. Who is this prophet? YAHAWASHI, who the world called Jesus Christ. This is the prophet that was sent. He said, I have many things that I to say to you. Is that what he said? John 8:26 said he has many things to say to you, but what?
And to judge of you.
And to judge of you, but what?
But he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world whose things which I have heard of him. They understood not that he spake to them of the Father.
See what I'm saying? He let you know right there, in that very scripture, in that very verse, what did he say? Do you see what he said there? Read it so again from the beginning.
I have many things to say and to judge of you.
So he said, I got many things that I want to say to you. There's many things that I want to say to you. There's many things that I want to judge of you. There's many things. Because he had a feeling. He had some ways that he felt because he was in the flesh. That's why he said there's many things that I want to say to you. I want to go off. Matter of fact, I want to do one of them. Let me not say that. But he wanted to express himself in a certain particular type of way. But he couldn't do it. Why couldn't he do that? Why couldn't he express himself the way he wanted to? And why couldn't he judge the way he wanted to? He's going to tell you why. He's going to acknowledge why he can't say what he wants to say and why he can't judge the way he wants to judge. Go ahead.
But he that sent me is true.
Oh, he that what?
He that sent me is true.
So somebody that sent him, which was the Father that sent him, he's letting you know that he is true. Go ahead.
And I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him.
So the only thing I came here on earth to speak is what? What the Father told me to speak. That's the only thing that I came to speak. He didn't come to speak his words. He didn't come to speak what he wanted to speak. He only came to speak what the Father has told him to speak. That's what Deuteronomy said. Somebody might say, well, I can't see that. I don't, give it to me in the NLT. Can you get that? Or no? Can't get the NLT? Run right there and get that. I don't know NLT. It's in the back. Because I want to show you in the NLT the difference of what's being said in case somebody's still not catching it. Did you catch it? Huh? They're speaking, he's speaking, right. YAHAWAH was speaking about YAHAWASHI, he's going to send this prophet. But I'm trying to show you that when YAHAWASHI was speaking, when he was speaking, he was letting it be known that he couldn't speak what he wanted to speak. He could only speak what the Father told him to speak. John 8, read that for me. 26 in the NLT on that side at the top. 8:26. See where it said New Living? So you got to go to 8 and then 26. Go ahead, read that 8:26.
Deuteronomy.
No. John 8.
John chapter 8, verse 26. I have much to say about you and much to condemn.
So he said, I got much to say about you and much to condemn. That's what he said. YAHAWASHI said, I have much to say and much to condemn. Go ahead.
But I won't.
But I what?
But I won't.
But I won't. That's why I wanted to get it in the NLT. Because he's letting you know right there, but I won't. I have a lot that I want to say, but I won't. Why won't he?
For I said only what I have heard from the one who sent me.
See, he's letting you know I'm only going to say the things out of my mouth from the one who has sent me. Why? Because that's what he was commanded. So he didn't go off of his feelings, as a lot of people do in this world today. He didn't go off of how he felt, the judgments that he wanted to lay down, the criticism that he wanted to give. He went off of what the word of the Most High told him to do, commanded him to do. Finish it on.
And he is true.
And he is true. Keep going.
But they still didn't understand that he was talking to them about his Father.
And that's what a lot of people here on earth right now don't understand. He said they still didn't understand that he was talking about who? The Father. They still didn't understand. That's all I wanted right there. We're going to continue reading the regular one. Just close it up. Thank you for that. Go ahead. John 8:27, where we're going to pick up at now. So I just want you to understand what's being said, that Christ out of his own mouth said, I couldn't speak the words that I wanted to speak. I can only speak the words that the Father has given me to speak. Letting you know that every word out of his mouth was from who? The Father. But them people didn't understand it. Why? Because it's letting you know that it said what? They didn't understand that he spake of who? The Father. They didn't understand that. They didn't understand that he spake of who? The Father. Continue on, John 8:27. Good? Okay. John chapter 8, verse 27. Somebody in the chat said, am I a black Jew? No, there's no such thing as black. Okay, that was made up by somebody. I'm not a black Jew. I'm an Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, from the 12 tribes of Judah. That's who I am. That was brought here from my forefathers, my ancestors on slave ships through the Atlantic slave trade. So who I am? Yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite that is here in America preaching the gospel that I was supposed to be doing, that I was ordained to do before the foundations of the earth. So no, there's no such thing as black. There's no such thing as African American. There's no such thing as Puerto Rican, Colombian, Mexican. All these are new terminologies that was given to us. And wherever you are, you probably don't even know your nationality or who you are in a real way. So no, just to answer your question in the chat, no, I'm not a black Jew. I'm the original Jew, because the word Jew comes from the tribe of Judah. So yes, I am a Jew from the tribe of Judah, and I am an Israelite from the 12 tribes of Israel, to answer your question. So continue to read. John chapter 8, verse 27. Go ahead.
They understood not that he spake to them of the Father. Then said YAHAWASHI unto them,
What did he say unto them?
when ye have lifted up the Son of Man, then shall ye know that I am he.
When you have lifted up the Son of Man, when did they lift up the Son of Man? When they crucified him. So the same people that he's speaking to right now is the same people that's going to crucify him, because he's letting them know he's prophesying in front of them. But they're walking so much in darkness that they don't even realize that he's prophesying his own death in front of them. That's how deep he was. And they didn't even realize it. Go ahead.
And that I do nothing of myself.
He said he does what?
Nothing of myself.
So nothing he does is of himself, even in his speech. What we just showed in John 8:26, even in his speech, it's not his own. So there's nothing that came out of his on his own. Everything that was spoken out of his mouth, he spoke from the Father that taught him. Keep reading.
But as my Father had taught me,
As his Father has what?
had taught me,
So YAHAWASHI, Christ himself was taught by who? The Father. Keep doing.
I speak these things, and he that sent me is with me.
He that sent me, so he was sent by who? His Father. That's why we read Deuteronomy chapter 18 first, 17 on down. Because he said, I'm going to raise up a prophet amongst you, your brethren. Your brethren. And you shall hearken unto him, for I will put my words in his mouth. Who words? The Father's words. Keep reading.
The Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things which that pleaseth him.
All praises be to the Most High Yahweh for that. He said, the Father has not left me alone. Why? Because I always do the things that please the Father. I don't go to the left. I don't go to the right. I don't go where there's water over there. I don't go where there's fire over there. You know what? I stay on the narrow path. I stay on the straight path. Because I always do what's what? Pleasing to the Father. Keep reading.
As he spake these words, many believed on him.
So as he spake these things, it says many of those people believed on him. But it was a few. Go ahead.
Then said Yahawashi to those Jews which believed on him, If ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
So you have to continue in his word, and then you will be a disciple. A lot of people say that they're disciples, but in order to be a true disciple, he said you have to continue in my word. And what was his word? What did he come to proclaim? He said you have to do the will of who? My Father. You can't walk in lawlessness or iniquity and think that you're going to get into the kingdom. Give me that real quick. Back there in Matthew, you still there? In 7:24, I believe. We can go there. He going to say, many shall say to me in that day. Keep reading in John 8. Go ahead.
Verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Wait a minute. John 8:32 said, you shall know the truth. So the word that is spoken here was the truth. And the truth shall do what?
And the truth shall make you free.
It's going to make you free. So if you want to be set free, if you want to be set free here on earth, if you want to be free from all of your sin, your wickedness, your evilness, being a captive, being brokenhearted, being bruised. If you want to be free, how can you be free? Through the word. It's the word that's going to set you free. That's what it says right here in John 8:32. Keep reading.
They answered him, We be Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free?
See what I'm saying? They so much in darkness, they thinking of the flesh. We was Abraham's seed. We was never in bondage. They are in bondage right now, bondage of the mind, because they're walking in darkness, not even realizing that the Messiah is standing in front of them, prophesying. He's going to continue to prophesy in front of them. You know why? Because they were in so much darkness that they couldn't even see. That's why the Bible clearly says what? Having eyes, they cannot see, and having ears, they cannot hear. Because their ears and their eyes have waxed what? Dull. Keep reading.
Yahawashi answered them, Verily, verily, I say unto you,
What did he say?
Whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin.
So whoever commits sin is the slave to sin. You're a servant, you're a slave. And if you're a slave, then you're not free. Nobody that commits sin is free. Nobody. Because you're a servant, which is a slave to sin. So you handcuffed. You shackled. Who has you handcuffed? The devil. The devil. Hasatan himself, Satan himself, has you as his what? Slave. As long as you continue to commit sin. And he's letting them know, the ones he's speaking to at this present time, as long as you continue in your sin, then you are a what? Slave to it. And they were in sin. This is why he said in Matthew 7:24, bring that out. Hold what you got, we're going to go back there. Hold on. Matthew 7:24, go ahead.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 24.
Bring it out.
Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken them unto a wise man.
So the person that hears these words that were being spoken and applies them and takes them and uses them, the Mashiach is saying he likens that man to a wise man. Why are you wise? Because the words that are being spoken, you're taking them and you're applying them and you're using them. Goes all the way back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. You're hearkening unto who? That prophet that was sent with the word of the Most High. But what about those other people? Go ahead.
Which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came. And the winds blew.
And the winds blew.
And beat upon that house, and it fell not.
And it didn't fall. That house didn't fall. Why? Because it was built on who? The rock. Who is the rock? Christ. Hamashiach YAHAWASHI. Keep reading.
For it was founded upon a rock.
It was founded upon a rock. Go ahead.
And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not.
Everyone that hears the word that I brought forth and does not do them, go ahead.
Shall be likened unto a foolish man.
He shall be likened unto a foolish man. Why is that man foolish? Because he did not listen or hearken to the words that were brought forth from who? That prophet that was sent from the Most High. Thank you. Keep reading in John 8.
Verse 35.
Go ahead.
And the slave abideth not in the house forever.
The slave doesn't abide in the house forever. You can do whatever you want with a slave. Anytime you're ready, can you give him a slave? If that's your servant, if that's your slave, and you feel like you want to sell him, can you sell him? Can you give him up? You can do anything you want. No, I take that back. You can't, by law, in the Torah, no, you can't do anything you want because, some people took, tax reform with their slaves. So no, us as Israelites, we don't do whatever we want to do with our slaves. We have commandments that we must live by, but yes, you can sell a slave out of your house if you need to, if need be, or if you want to, and that's what I'm trying to say. So you can't do whatever you want. I take that back. I retract that statement because no, you can't do whatever you want to a slave. Even though he is a slave, he's still a human being. He was still created by our Father. He is not an Israelite, but he still was created by our Father. And us as Israelites, we must carry and conduct ourselves in a certain manner that was given to us through our Father, the Most High Yahweh, through the Torah and the law. So I retract that statement to know that you can do some things to a slave, but you cannot do some things to a slave. Okay? Keep reading.
But the Son abideth forever.
Who abides forever?
But the Son abideth ever.
The Son will abide forever. You can be a son. Israel is his firstborn son. So all of Israel is the Most High's holy son. And it's letting you know within that. And it's letting you know within that the Son, which is Israel, can abide how long? Forever. Keep reading.
Verse 36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed.
So that Son right now, we talk about is Hamashiach YAHAWASHI. If with the words that he brought to you can make you free, then you shall be free indeed. Meaning, if you take these words and hearken to them, you can be free from what? Sin. You can be free from it. Keep going.
I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me, because my word hath no place in you.
He said the word that he's speaking has no place in you. Ask yourself, does the word that is being spoken here today have a place in you? Is it resonating with your spirit? Because we started off this whole lesson in John 6 and 63, letting you know that the words that are being spoken today here is what? Spirit. So does this resonate with you? If it doesn't resonate with you, if it's not feeling you, and you can't understand it, well, maybe it's not given to you, maybe it's not appointed to you. But if it does resonate with you, or you are feeling it in your spirit, then hey, John 6 and 63 is real, because he said it's the spirit that quickens, it's the spirit that gives life. The flesh profit what? Nothing. Keep reading.
I speak that which I have seen with my Father, and ye do that which ye have seen with your father.
So he's making a separation right there. He said, I'm doing what I see my father do, but you are doing what you see your father do. Go ahead.
They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. YAHAWASHI said unto them,
What did he say?
if you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham.
So if you was truly Abraham's children, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if you was truly Abraham's children, then you would do the work of who? Abraham. Give me John 12 and 49. Go ahead.
Verse 40. But now you seek to kill me.
But now you do what?
Seek to kill me.
But now you seek to kill me. The one that was sent, the prophet that was sent, the prophet that was prophesied that was going to come with the words of the Most High, you want to kill him. Go ahead.
A man that had told you the truth.
A man that told you the what?
A man that had told you the truth.
A man that has told you the what?
A man that has told you the truth.
See, for those ones on the live chat, why did they want to kill him? Why did they want to kill all of the prophets? Why do they want to kill the man now to stand up for truth? It's nothing new. For he said out his own mouth, the same, you will drink from the same cup that I will drink from. Remember that they hated me first. And if they hated me, they shall hate you too. So yeah, when you stand up for truth, you're going to be hated in this world. When you stand up for righteousness, you are going to be hated in this world. It's proclaimed already in the Bible. Keep reading.
Which I have heard of the Most High. This did not Abraham. Ye do the deeds of your father. Then said they to him, we be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even the Most High.
So they trying to claim that they follow the Most High. Well, here's a man, a prophet, the anointed one, the Messiah, the Hamashiach that was sent from the Father, that knows the Father, that was taught by the Father, that's preaching truth, and now they're going to claim that they walking with the Most High. They claiming that they walking with the Most High, and he was sent from the Most High. What did he say?
YAHAWASHI said unto them, if the Most High were with you, if the Most High were your Father, you would love me.
See? If you was really walking with the Most High Yahweh, if you was really walking with the Father, you would love me. You would understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's very clear. But what?
For I proceeded from the Most High.
No, I came from the Father. You talking about you love the Father. I came from the Father. He sent me here with his own words. And then you telling me you love him? How? When you trying to kill me? You are trying to kill the very one that the Father has sent. Keep reading.
Neither came I of myself.
He said, I didn't come of myself. My Father sent me here. Not only did he send me here, he sent me here with his words. And you trying to kill me because of the very words that I'm bringing forth from the Father. As we already demonstrated in John 8:26, he couldn't speak nothing that he wanted to speak. So there's no words that he spoke out of his mouth that was what he thought. The only thing that he spoke out of his mouth is what the Father told him to speak. And everything that the Father told him to speak, man wanted to kill him for. Just like they wanted to kill him, they wanted to kill the Father, and it's the same thing from Babylon, from the Tower of Babel. They hate the Most High. They despise the Most High Yahweh. They hate the Father. They wish that they could get up to heaven and kill him. They wish they could. They wish they could. But since they can't get up there to him, they said we'll do the next best thing and kill his son. We'll kill his son in the hopes that we get to him and kill him. This is why he said what he said. Go ahead.
Neither came I of myself, but he sent me.
He sent me. Go ahead.
Why do ye not understand my speech?
Say that again.
Why do ye not understand my speech?
Go ahead.
Even because ye cannot hear my word.
They can't hear his words. They can't understand his words. You want to know why a person can't understand the gospel? You want to know why a person don't understand when they open up the Bible and read it, what it means? You want to know why? You want to know why you can't understand the Bible? You want to know why you don't believe in the Bible? You know why? You want to know why you don't believe in Hamashiach Yahawashi? He's going to tell you right here. Go ahead.
Verse 44.
Go ahead.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Ye are of who?
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Go ahead.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
Go ahead.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth.
That's why. That's why you don't understand the Bible. That's why you don't believe in the Bible. That's why you don't believe on Hamashiach Yahawashi. That's why you don't care about your life. That's why you don't care about the Father. That's why. Because you are of your father, the devil. And he was a murderer from the beginning and a liar. The same thing you are. You a murderer. You killing yourself. And you a liar. And you probably been liars from the beginning too.
Because there is no truth in him.
Because there's what?
Because there is no truth in him.
There is no truth. So if you want truth, as we started off this whole message this morning, we came out here and we come out here every Sabbath day to proclaim what? The true gospel, to proclaim the truth. If you want truth, it's right here in the word. Give me Psalms 19:7. Read that. Go ahead.
John chapter 12, verse 48.
John chapter 12, verse what?
48.
48 is where we at. Go ahead.
He that rejecteth me and receiveth not my words has one that judges. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day.
So there's one that's going to judge him. The one that rejects the word that was spoken by that prophet, YAHAWASHI, the one who rejects Christ, the one who rejects the word, he's going to be judged by the Father. He's going to be judged by the Father. And when you reject him, not only are you rejecting him, you are rejecting the Father, because the Father sent him with his word. So you're rejecting two at one time. You rejected the Son that was sent, and you rejected the Father that sent him. Keep reading.
For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father would send me.
He said, I have not what?
Spoken of myself.
Once again, I'm telling you, everything that he said through who? The Father. He said, I have not spoken of myself. These are not my words. I didn't speak these words of myself, but of who?
But the Father would send me.
But the Father would send me. Keep reading.
He gave me a commandment.
He gave me a what? Oh, how come all the Christians say that the commandments is done away with? And Christ out his own mouth is saying that he has commandments to keep. How come he got commandments to keep, but you don't have commandments? That doesn't make any sense. How can that be so when he said that he did? That's John chapter 12, what verse? Verse 49. Look it up. You got a Bible right now. Pull it up. John chapter 12, verse 49. It said that he was given a commandment. If the Son was given commandments, how come you don't have commandments? That doesn't make any sense that the Son will be given commandments, and then his children, the ones that he came to save, he would leave commandments for them. That makes no sense at all. That makes no sense. So you better stop listening to these people, these churches, these pastors telling you that the commandments are done away with when he has commandments himself. Keep reading.
What I should say and what I should speak.
What I should say. So he was commanded what he should say and what he should speak. Keep reading.
And I know that his commandment is life everlasting.
His commandments is life everlasting. To be so engulfed in truth, to be so engulfed in the word of the Most High, to walk with so much, what's the word that I'm looking for? What is the word that I'm looking for? To walk in so much faith and so much belief, to know the Father, like he said, I know the Father and the Father knows me. There's no doubt, there's no mystery, there's no nothing in him. He said, I came to deliver the word that was what? Commanded of me, and I must do this. Go ahead.
Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak.
So I speak. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, for that. So everything that the Most High commanded him to speak, every commandment that he told him to speak, he did. That's what he came to do. That's what he came to do. You got that? Not John, Psalms chapter 7, 19, verse 7. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of Yahweh is perfect.
The law of Yahweh is what?
The law of Yahweh is perfect.
Malachi 2 and 10.
Converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure.
The testimony is what?
The testimony of Yahweh is sure.
The testimony is sure. Meaning you can believe what's being said. You can put your faith in what's being said. The testimony is sure. Go ahead.
Making wise the simple. The statutes of Yahweh are right. Rejoice in the heart. And the commandment of Yahweh is pure.
Is what?
Is pure.
The commandment is pure. The commandment is pure. Hold what you got, don't go nowhere. I want that in Malachi. Did you got that? I want that about the priest's lips.
Malachi chapter 2, verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should speak the law at his mouth.
It says the priest's lips. We have Malachi chapter 2, verse what?
7.
Verse 7, right? And it says the priest, the messenger, the malaks, the guards, the watchmen, the vanguards, right? The ones that are proclaiming, prophesying, the spokesman, all of these different titles, okay? The one who is bringing forth the word, he's supposed to do what?
The priest's lips should keep knowledge.
He should keep knowledge. What knowledge? We just proclaimed it in Psalms 19 and 7. We just proclaimed it in Psalms 19 and 7. If that's not good for you, then go back to Deuteronomy chapter 18, and then go back to Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 6 on down for the knowledge. So the priest's lips should keep knowledge. Go ahead.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
And they should seek what?
The law at his mouth.
They should seek the law at his mouth. Go ahead.
For he is the messenger of Yahawah of hosts.
For he is who?
The messenger of Yahawah of hosts.
He is the messenger, as I just said. He is the one who brings forth the message of the Most High Yahawah. So he should have this knowledge on his lips. He should be ready to divulge this at any time. He should be ready to proclaim the word of the Most High at any time. Why? Because he is a messenger of the Most High. How can you be a messenger and you don't have a message? Does that make sense? You send a messenger, and then the messenger ring the doorbell at your home, and then you open the door, and he say, I came with a message, and you like, well, deliver it. He like, oh, I don't have no message. But you just told me you was a messenger. That makes no sense. So if you are a priest, if you were sent, if you are a messenger, you must have a message to deliver to the people. And he said you must keep it where? On your lips. Drop down to verse 10.
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
Have we not all one Father?
Have we not who?
Have we not all one Father?
So that's why I retracted what I said about the slave earlier. Because we all have one Father. Yes, they may not be an Israelite, but they were still created by who? The Father. And the Father asked, we understand he has given us and told us that we are a special people above all people on the face of the earth, which is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. And since we are that, we have to conduct ourselves in a behavior, in a manner that is what? Holy and perfect, just with the Father. So no, we can't do whatever we want to do to a slave. We're not like the rest of the people of the world. We're not like the who? Heathen. We don't just beat our slaves to where they can't walk. We don't just hang our slaves and let them hang up all day long for days and days and days. No. You don't just hit your slave in the eye and bust his eye out and then bust his other eye out and then nothing happens. No. We have commandments that was given to us from our Father that what? We shall be set apart from all the other people of the earth. So if you are a believer in the Bible, no, you cannot treat people any kind of way. You cannot. We're commanded to treat people as you want to be treated. We're commanded to love our who? Neighbor, which is our brother. But he also lets the sun shine on who? The evil and the righteous. He also sends rain on who? The just and the unjust. I don't see just a sun in one part of the world right now where it's just righteous people and the sun is just on them. No, the sun is everywhere right now. And it's unrighteous people here on earth right now today, but yet they still receiving the sunlight. Malachi 2 and 10, continue on.
Hath not one YAHAWAH created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers?
By doing what? Sorry about that. By doing what?
By profaning the covenant of our fathers.
By profaning the covenant of our Father. Meaning we breaking it. We're breaking his covenant that he gave to us. Go ahead.
Judah have dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem.
Yeah, see, I mean, if you read all of that, it says Judah has dealt treacherously. They went whoring after other deities. The same thing they doing now. It's nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new under the sun. I think what I'm looking for is verse 17. That's what I want. Jump in 17. The first before the last verse. Is that it? Go ahead, read it. Because somebody might say, well, that don't have anything to do with what you're talking about. It always has something to do with what we're talking about. Read it from the top. Malachi 2 and what?
16.
Go ahead. Malachi 2 and 16. Bring it out.
For Yahawah, the Alahayam of Israel, said that he hated putting away.
So the Most High, our Father, said he hated to put away. A lot of men out there putting their wives away. A lot of men out there are putting the Most High away. A lot of men and women out there are putting YAHAWASHI away. All right, brother? They're putting a lot of people and a lot of things away. But it says right here in the Bible that Yahweh hated when you put those things away. He hates when a man turns from his righteousness and go to unrighteousness. He hates when a man leaves the sun and goes back into the world. How Peter says from the book of Proverbs that a man returns back to what his own vomit, like a dog, or like a pig returning back to what, the mire or the dirt. He hates that. He also hates divorce. He hates when you put your wife away. He hates when you put your kids away. He hates putting away. Why? Because he believes, as he told us to believe. Somebody might say, well, who does he believe in? Us. He believes in us because if he didn't believe in us, he would have cast us away a long time ago. But he said, believe on me. So if he told us to believe, then he has to believe on us because we were made in his image. He said, I'm jealous. I don't know if he's jealous. I understand why you're jealous. He said, you have angered me. You have kindled my anger on my fire. Well, I understand why you get angry at times. I understand, even though the Bible says that anger wasn't made for a man, that came out of a woman. Why? Because we don't know how to conduct our anger as he does. And is our anger righteous as his is? So we can go many different avenues, but keep going. Malachi 2 and 16, go ahead.
For one covereth violence with his garment, saith Yahweh of hosts.
Go ahead.
Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Ye have wearied Yahweh with your words.
Now you jumped over something. It said take, therefore. Read that last part.
Therefore take heed to your spirit.
Therefore take heed to your what?
Your spirit.
When we started off this lesson, we started off in John 6 and 63, right? And it said, the words that we speak to you are what? Spirit, right? The flesh won't profit you anything. The word that is being spoken is life, right? Take heed to that. It's telling you right here in Malachi 2 and 16 to do what?
Take heed to your spirit.
Take heed to your spirit, to your rakah. What's in the inside, take heed to that. Worry about that. Stop worrying about the fleshly things. Worry about the spirit. Worry about what's in the inside. Go ahead.
That ye deal not treacherously.
That you deal not treacherously against what? Don't keep reading. That you deal not treacherously against what? What don't you want to deal treacherously against? Who? Say it in the mic. I want to hear you say it.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Who don't you want to deal treacherously against?
Most High.
The Most High. Also, you don't want to deal treacherously against yourself. Right? Because if you deal treacherously against yourself, then what are you doing? You're going against the Most High. You're condemning yourself. Correct. The word. We can put our trust in what? Because it says that his words are what? True. You read it. Didn't you read that? Psalms 19:7. Again, go ahead.
The law of Yahweh is perfect,
Go ahead.
converting the soul.
What will it do?
Converting the soul.
It will convert your what?
Your soul.
Didn't he just read about the spirit? The spirit and the soul is interchangeable. It's the same thing. And he said, what?
Converting the soul.
It will convert your soul from that evil that YAHAWASHI spoke about, as you was doing the things of who your father, the devil. Go ahead.
The testimony of Yahweh is sure.
The testimony, the words that are being spoken here is what? Sure. Go ahead.
Making wise the simple.
Making what?
Making wise the simple.
If you don't want to be simple anymore, you can become wise, but you have to put it into the word. You have to put your heart, your mind, and soul into the word. Give me Deuteronomy 6. Go ahead.
The statutes of Yahweh are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of Yahweh is pure.
The commandment of Yahweh is what?
The commandment of Yahweh is pure.
See, people don't want that. People don't want the commandment. But we have to understand what's being said here. The commandment of the Most High Yahweh is pure. It is pure. Go ahead.
Enlightening the eyes.
Enlightening who?
Enlightening the eyes.
It will enlighten you. Your eyes, it will open up your eyes, as we spoke earlier about your eyes. Those men that we read about in John 8, when he was standing right in front of them and he was talking and prophesying in front of them, and he couldn't see, talking about we was Abraham's seed and was never in bondage. And they were standing right in front of him. And he said, when the Son of Man shall be lifted up, prophesying about his own death in front of him. But they couldn't see it. Why? Because their eyes was closed. Because it wasn't given unto them. But it's saying right here that your eyes will be what? You will be wise. If you what? Follow the commandments. Keep reading.
The fear, verse 9, the fear of Yahweh is clean, enduring forever.
Enduring how long?
Forever.
No, just a whole year.
Enduring forever.
Okay.
The judgments of Yahweh are true.
The judgments, meaning everything is written about the judgment is true. Hold that. Give me Isaiah 34 real quick. We'll go back to that. Isaiah 34. I want to read this real quick because it's some judgments that's written about in the Bible, all throughout the Bible, that people don't really want to go to. And people want to say that the Old Testament is done away with. That's untrue. It's not done away with. You may be done with it, but the judgments, as we just read, is true. And judgment will come no matter what you say or what anybody says, because what it is written, whether you believe it or not, I don't care if you believe it. That don't mean it's not going to happen because you don't believe it. You think something is not going to happen because you, who do you think you are? Because you don't believe it. Read that, Isaiah 34 from the top, verse 1.
Come near, ye nations.
Come near who?
Ye nations.
That means all people, all the nations of the earth, all the people of the earth. It says, come near. Go ahead.
To hear.
To what?
To hear.
I want you to hear this. Everybody that's out there on earth right now, I want you to hear this. Go ahead.
And hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein. The world and all things that come forth of it.
So he's telling you he wants everybody on the earth to hear this. It's not, oh, I just want some people. He wants everybody that's in the earth to hear this. Go ahead.
For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations.
It's upon who?
All nations.
Upon who?
All nations.
So his indignation is upon all nations, meaning it's against all people on the earth. Go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies.
All their armies, not some of their armies, not just Russia, not just China. It says all the armies. Go ahead.
He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
He has delivered them to where?
He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
He has delivered them to the slaughter, meaning all the armies of the earth shall be what? Slaughtered. There's not an army on this earth that will stand up against the Most High and his Son when he comes back. The second coming, the second Exodus. There's not nobody that will stand up against him. Why? Because they have been given over to slaughter. Go ahead.
Their slain also shall be cast out.
Their what?
Their slain also shall be cast out.
Meaning all of the dead ones, all of the dead people will be cast out. Everyone that died will be cast out. Go ahead.
And their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
And their what?
And their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Meaning their dead bodies are going to start to stink and smell. It is letting you know that that smell will rise up out of their carcasses. And you will be able to smell it on the earth. Go ahead.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
With their what?
With their blood.
Meaning the mountains will be covered. When you see these mountains like now got snow on it, it'll be covered with blood. Go ahead.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Let you know that this is prophecy. It ain't happened yet. Somebody might say, oh, no, that happened. No, it hasn't happened, because it say that heaven will be rolled back. Meaning this thing that you see right here, this firmament that you see, it won't be that no more. Go ahead.
And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine.
Talk about the stars. Go ahead.
And as the falling fig from the fig tree.
Go ahead.
For my sword shall be made in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea,
which is Edom. Idumea, which is Edom. It's just another word for Edom. He said the sword, his sword, it shall come down on Edom, Idumea. Go ahead.
And upon the people of my curse.
And upon the people that he has cursed. Go ahead.
To judgment.
So what?
To judgment.
So Idumea, Edom, they have a judgment. What are you talking about? They have a judgment. And we read back in Psalm 19 that he has to fulfill all his judgment. Keep going.
The sword of Yahawah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness.
It is made fat with fatness, meaning he's killing a lot of people. Go ahead.
And with the blood of lambs and goats.
And with the blood of lambs and goats. Keep reading.
With the fat of the kidneys of rams.
Keep going.
For Yahawah hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
A great slaughter in the land of Idumea. He keeps talking about this land of Idumea. Do you know who the land of Idumea is? Have you ever heard of the land of Idumea? I can't hear you. No, I'm not doing phone, brother. We're doing living water here. We talking about the Bible. Yeah, the land of Idumea is another word for Edom, which are the Edomites. So the Edomites have a judgment that's coming against them. But see, people don't realize this. Jump all the way down to verse 16. You can read that whole chapter if you want in Isaiah 34. But it's about the judgment. And people don't know about the judgments. You know why? Because they don't read it. But if you want to find knowledge, if you want information, if you want to be wise, if you want truth, if you want to be what? Set free, as we talked about earlier. If you want all of these things, where do you have to look? Read Isaiah 34 and 16. Bring that out.
The book of Isaiah chapter 34 verse 16.
Bring it out.
Seek ye out of the book.
Do what?
Seek ye out of the book.
Oh, so we got to look in the book. What book? The Holy Bible. We got to look in the Holy Bible. We have to look in the Holy Bible. Go ahead.
The book of Yahawah. And read.
And what?
And read.
And what?
And read.
And read. What's wrong with the people? Why they won't read? You ask a believer, when the last time you read? Like you asked them, it was like the Constitution or something. When the last time you read the Bible? What's all that for? What you clearing your throat for? When is the last time you read the word of the Most High, the one that you say you believe in? When is the last time you read his word of the Son, the word that he said he came with, that the Father sent him here with? When is the last time that you opened that up and read and received the word? When did Isaiah say? Read it from the top again.
Seek ye out of the book of Yahawah.
Go ahead.
And read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want a thing. For my mouth it hath commanded.
That's it. You gotta read that book. You gotta read that book. Excuse me. You gotta read that book. Yeah, you gotta read that you got another one in Psalms? Oh, okay. I thought you had another one in Psalms. I was going to say, you can jump to Psalms. Matter of fact, give me that in Psalms. Give somebody, what you got? Give me that Deuteronomy 6:4. Go back to Psalms here.
Chapter 6, verse 4.
Deuteronomy 6:4.
Hear, O Israel.
Hear what?
Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O Israel. Shabbat, YASHARAHLA, YAHAWAH, Allahayah, Yahweh, Yakah. Go ahead.
Yahawah our Allahayam is one Yahweh.
He is one. He is one. So when people talk about the Trinity, talking about he three. No, he is not three. Deuteronomy 6:4 said he is what? He is one. There's only one. The Father. He is one. Go ahead.
And thou shalt love Yahweh thy Allahayam with all thine heart.
And we must love him with all our heart.
And with all thy soul.
With all thy soul.
And with all thy might.
And with all your might. You must love him with all those things. Give him everything that you have, and he will protect you. He will guide you. He will strengthen you. He will give you everything that's needed here on earth. For he has given us his what? Knowledge. He has given us commandments to walk through this earth while we're here in a place of darkness. He has given us those things. He has sent light into the world. What light? YAHAWASHI, HaMashiach, the anointed one, the Savior. He has given us light. Sent that light. Keep reading.
Verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
These words that are being commanded here, this day, it shall be in your heart. Go ahead.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
What do we have to do?
Teach them diligently unto thy children.
We have to teach these things diligently to our children. And who else?
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
And we got to talk about these things when we sit in our house. We have to talk about the Holy Bible when we sit in our house. Go ahead.
And when thou walkest by the way.
And when you walk by the way, meaning you walk as an example by the way. You are doing the things as an example to your whole children. Not telling your children don't steal and then they see you steal. Not telling your children don't lie and then they see you lie. Not telling your children don't murder and then they see you murder. Be an example to your children by walking by the way. Don't tell your child don't smoke and then you smoke. Don't tell your child don't look at something and then you looking at it. Be an example to your child. Go ahead.
And when thou liest down.
And when you lie down.
And when thou risest up.
And when you riseth up.
And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand.
You should bind them upon thy hand. They should always be in your hand. You should be going through this constantly. You should be learning the words constantly. They should always be bound in your hand. Where else should they be?
And they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
They should be as what?
Frontlets between thine eyes.
They shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. Go ahead.
And thou shalt write them upon the post of thine house.
You should even have them written in your house, on the post of your house. You should have those things written on the post of your home. Keep reading.
And on thy gates.
And on the gate. Go ahead.
And it shall be when Yahweh thy Allahayam shall have brought thee into the land which he sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
To who?
To Abraham.
To Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. That is who we serve. We serve the Most High of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob out of the Holy Bible. There's only one. There's only one. I don't care what you've been taught or what you've been told about no Trinity and all of that garbage. There's only one. And the Hebrew is the Shabbat, for those who speak Hebrew. There's only one. And that's who we serve. Of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Thank you for that. Let's go back to Psalms. Go ahead. Psalm 19, what verse we at?
I'm going to read verse 8.
Read verse 8 again.
The statutes of Yahawah are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of Yahawah is pure, enlightening the eyes. Verse 9, the fear of Yahawah is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Yahawah are true and righteous altogether.
Somebody might say, well, he was in the Old Testament reading that in Deuteronomy 64 talking about it was just one. Give me that in Ephesians chapter 4 real quick so we can see that it's one. So we can see that there's one in Ephesians chapter 4. Even Paul speaks about this. And then somebody else give me, so I know somebody gonna say, well, he's talking about the law, and we need to keep the law, and we need to keep the commandments. Didn't Paul say the same thing? Somebody else give me Romans chapter 3, verse 31. I mean, come on now, people. You got it? Romans 3 and 31 is the last verse. Whoever got something first, whatever, it don't matter. What you got? Bring it out.
Romans chapter 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith?
What? I know we got faith. You must have faith in the Messiah, who the world calls Jesus Christ. You must have faith. That's what Paul said. You gotta have faith. But then do we make void the law? Do we get rid of the law now that I got faith? Now that I got faith in the one who died for my sins, who was hung on the tree, now that I got faith in him, do I now make void the law? Do I not need the law now? What did Paul say?
The Most High forbid.
What?
The Most High forbid.
He said the Most High Father forbid. Don't even think like that. Don't even put that thought into your mind that we must make void the law now. But what did he say?
Yeah, we established the law.
We do what?
We established the law.
I don't know too much about the English. I mean, I didn't go to get a master's degree in English. But when somebody says you establish something, that means you put it together. That means you establish it. Right? You put it there. You establish it. That's established now. Meaning you can go to it. Set up, right? It's something that's set up. That's what the word establish means, to establish something. You set something up. Whatever it is, you set it up. And Paul is saying, no, we went establish this, meaning we set this up. For even in his other writings, in Romans 7, he said, I would have, let's get that real quick, Romans 7:7, I would have not known what sin was unless I had the law. So we need the law to establish what sin is. How can you know you're living in sin if you don't have a law? Yeah, we got faith. We got faith all day long. But as James said, show me your what? Works without faith, and I'll show you my what? Works because I got faith. Read what you got. Bring that in Romans 7:7.
Romans chapter 7, verse 7.
Oh, you got it already? Bring it out.
What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Is what?
Is the law sin?
Is what?
Is the law sin?
What shall we say? Is the law sin? Is the law sin? Come on, Ephesians about 4. 4. Go ahead.
The Most High forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law. For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
But Paul said, the only way I knew it was wrong to covet is to what? Is why? It's through the law. So if Paul didn't have a law, and if he wasn't establishing the law, as he said in 3:31, then he would have never known he was in sin. He would have lived his whole life in sin. That's why he said we have to establish it. Yeah, we got faith, but we must establish the law. Give me that in James about faith without works. You got that?
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 4. Bring it out.
There is one body.
There's what?
One body.
Go ahead.
And one spirit.
Uh-huh.
Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
Uh-huh.
One Yahawah.
One who?
One Yahawah.
One who?
One Yahawah.
Go ahead.
One faith.
One what?
One faith.
No, it's many different faiths.
One faith.
So all the other faiths that you're talking about, the Bible says is one. And just as it says in Deuteronomy, it says in Ephesians is one. There's one faith. And what else?
One baptism.
In one baptism. Stop telling them people to dunk you in water. Stop letting them people dunk you in water just getting you wet. He said it's one baptism. If we read the Bible, John baptized, right? And then it says, John says out his own mouth, there's going to be another one that comes that's going to baptize. Who I'm not even worthy to what? Tie his shoelaces or his sandal laces. And he's going to baptize you with what? Fire. So why are you still getting baptized in water? That's what I want to know when the Bible says it's one baptism. You got people that's getting baptized in water, and then they're still talking about they want to be baptized through the Holy Spirit. Well, that's two baptisms. The Bible said it's one baptism. He said it's one master. It's one master. That's what the word L-O-R-D means, master. Unless you're speaking about the Father, Yahawah. And it's only one of him, because he said it in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. So it's one of him. It's one baptism, it's one faith. All this is one. Where are we getting all this other stuff from? Three in Trinity, and I'm a non-denomination, and I'm a Baptist, and I'm a Methodist, and I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm all these different things. Where are you getting this stuff from? Confusion from me. Keep reading.
One I am, and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Hamashiach. Wherefore he said, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive, and gave gifts unto men.
Okay, read.
Verse 9. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth?
So now it's just talking about Yahawashi being ascended and just descending and things like that. You know, thank you for that. About that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. The whole meat of what I was trying to get was in 4 or 5, and I believe 6, about one faith, one baptism, one master, which is Yahawah our Father, and he sent his only begotten Son, and that's why we call him Master also, because he told us to believe on the one that I sent. All the way back in Deuteronomy chapter 18, he said, I will raise up a prophet among your brethren, that I will put my words in what? His mouth. That's why we call him Master, because he came with what? The Father's word. But even when that young man ran to him and he said, good master, and he stopped that young man and he said, what? Why do you call me good? There's only one good, and that's who? The Father. So we even know when Yahawashi was giving those things, even though he was giving those things, he was still humble about it and point to who? The Father. Right? That's why we give all praises to who? The Father. And we don't read this in the book of James, that you just can't make the law. Right? Paul says in Romans 31, Romans 7, he would not have known what sin was unless he had the law. Because I don't want people to get confused and just think that you only know faith. Bring that out.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engraved word, which is able to save your souls. But be ye doers of the word.
Be what?
But be ye doers of the word.
So we got to be doers of this word. We just can't receive the word and just have faith. It's something you got to do. You got to be a doer of this word too. Go ahead.
And not hearers only.
And not what?
And not hearers only.
Yeah, it's good to have faith. You need faith in Hamashiach Yahawashi, because the faith is going to make you put in what? The word. If you don't have faith, then you're not going to do nothing. So you have to have faith to do what? Put in the word. Go ahead.
Deceiving your own selves.
My what?
Deceiving your own selves.
They deceiving themselves, saying they got faith, but they not doing no works. Yeah, we don't need works. And I'm not saying you're saved by your works. I'm not saying that you're saved by your works. Don't try to twist my words. I'm not saying that you're saved by your works. We are saved by Hamashiach Yahawashi, through the grace of Hamashiach Yahawashi, that he died for our sins, so we are saved through his grace. He has given us grace for what? What is grace? Anybody know what grace is? Give me that in Titus. I believe it's Titus 2 in the 7 and 10, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. get that real quick. Look for it. It's in Titus. It talks about grace. You got it? Hey, look for that for me. Go ahead.
Verse 23. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass.
Wait a minute, read that again. If anybody do what?
For if any be a hearer of the word,
So if somebody hear the words and be what?
and not a doer,
Meaning you don't do anything. You only hear and believe, but you're not doing anything. You're not making any changes. You're not doing anything with your life. You're still the same person. You just heard the word and you believe, but not doing anything. Go ahead.
he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass.
Go ahead.
For he beholdeth it himself, and goeth his ways, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
He's going to go look at that glass, and when he leaves from looking in that mirror, he's going to forget what type of man he is. And you must not forget what type of man you are. What type of man are you? You are a man of the Most High. You are a man of Christ now. You have given your life to Him, meaning you're dead in your sins. You're dead to your sins, meaning you can't live a life of sin anymore. So when you turn and you're not living a life of sin anymore, then you are doing what? You're doing something. You're fighting against the very sin, so you're doing something, and you're starting to walk away in righteousness. That's why James is saying you can't just be a hearer, you have to be a doer also. Keep reading.
But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty,
So looketh into what?
but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty,
So it's perfect. So the law is perfect. Did you hear what he said? What is liberty? Freedom. What are YAHAWASHI promises?
liberty, freedom.
Freedom. So James is saying the same thing right here. But how do you get free? What did he say? The perfect what?
But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty,
So you have to look into this. You have to look into the word, as I said, say, read the book. When you look into it, you will find it as what? Liberty. Freedom from what? Sin. Go ahead.
and continueth therein.
And continue therein. Continue in who? When it Mashiach YAHAWASHI say, continue in my word, and then you shall be a what? Disciple indeed. We read that this morning. If you continue in my words, you shall be a disciple indeed. Go ahead.
He be not a forgetful hearer,
And don't forget the law. Go ahead.
but a doer of all work.
But a doer, meaning you will what? Do the word that was spoken and that were written aforetime for what? Our knowledge. You won't forget them. You will bind them upon thy hand. You will bind them where? Between the frontlets of your eyes. You will meditate on this word day and night.
This man shall be blessed in his deeds,
Oh, that type of man, he'll be blessed. Exalted in his what? Deeds. Go ahead.
if any man among you,
Hold on. If any man among you, go ahead.
if any man among you seem to be religious, and
Bridle with not his tongue.
not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart,
Go ahead.
this man's religion is vain.
That man's religion is vain. If you don't know how to bridle your own tongue and stop, see how I stopped right there, froze? If you don't know how to stop and bridle your tongue, your mama used to say it a long time ago, or people parents say, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all, right? It said that man's religion is in vain because he don't know how to bridle his tongue. He don't know how to move in a humble spirit. But we move humbly. Like I said, we was given law, statute, and commandments to live what? Righteous. So we can't just do anything. We just can't live any type of way. That's why I had to retract my statement of what I said about we can just know we can't do anything to a slave. I had to retract that. Because my mind, as soon as I said that, my mind said, you better bridle your tongue. I said, oh, you're right. I got to retract that statement because the Most High said we can't treat our slave any kind of way. That's what he said. And if I believe what he said, and I put my faith in him, then I got to walk away as he said.
Right.
So I got to hold my tongue and bridle it because that's what I feel. But what I feel, as we know, ain't always right, because we started off this lesson in Proverbs 16 and 25. It's a way that seemeth right to a man, but there in the end leads to what? Death. You got that? About grace? Go ahead.
Titus chapter 2, verse 11.
Go ahead.
For the grace of the Most High that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men.
For the grace. Now this is what grace is. Because we were speaking about grace. And I said I got faith. But we do need works. We just can't just have faith and not do anything. So what is grace? We're going to read it in the book of Titus. What grace is. According to what the Bible says grace is. Go ahead.
Teaching us that.
No, tell them where it's at.
Titus chapter 2, verse 12.
Titus chapter 2, verse 12. Go ahead.
Teaching us that denying ungodliness.
No. Starting from the top. Titus chapter 2, verse 11. Go ahead.
For the grace of the Most High that bringeth salvation.
For the grace of the Most High that brings what?
Salvation.
People want salvation, right? So the grace of the Most High that brings what? Salvation. This is what people want, salvation. Go ahead.
Appeared to all men.
It has appeared to all men. Go ahead.
Teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly life, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world.
So that's what it says in the Bible, that's what we must do under grace. That we must deny all ungodly. We must deny that. Anything that's ungodly, anything that's unrighteous, we must deny that. What else must we do?
And worldly lust.
And worldly lust. So we can't live in worldly lust anymore. So you got to do something, as James says. You cannot live in worldly lust anymore. You have to turn from that. You just can't be a hearer of the word. You have to be a doer. Go ahead.
We should live soberly.
We should live what?
Soberly.
We should live soberly. We should have our minds right, soberly, always ready to give an answer for the faith that's upon us. We read earlier in where? Malachi, about the knowledge being where? On the lips of who? The priest, the messenger. Always being ready to give an answer. Always ready to what? Give that message. Why? Because you have been chosen to be what? A messenger. Go ahead.
And godly.
And what?
And godly.
Go ahead.
In this present world.
In this present world. We must live righteously in this present world. Keep reading.
Looking for that blessed hope.
We looking for who?
That blessed hope.
We are looking for that blessed hope. Who is that blessed hope? Mashiach YAHAWASHI, who's going to come in the second coming, in the second Exodus, to what? Bring his people back to Israel. Keep going.
And the glorious appearing of the great Most High.
Yes, in the glorious appearing. The glorious appearing. Go ahead.
And our Savior, Yahawashi HaMashiach.
And our Savior, Mashiach YAHAWASHI. That's what we waiting on. The glorious appearing of who? Mashiach YAHAWASHI. That's what we waiting on. Keep reading.
Who gave himself for us.
Who did what?
Who gave himself for us.
Who gave himself for us. When it was time for him to get hung on that tree, he didn't run, he didn't scatter. He didn't take a rain check and say, let's do this on Tuesday. No, they asked, who is Mashiach YAHAWASHI? He says, I am he. Here I am. Go ahead.
That he might redeem us from all iniquity.
That he may redeem us from all iniquity, which is iniquity is sin or lawlessness. He's going to redeem us. So yes, I believe in Mashiach YAHAWASHI. I have faith in Mashiach YAHAWASHI. But as the Bible is letting us know, what is the grace? The grace is that what? That we must turn from all unrighteousness, ungodliness, and fleshly lust. That we must turn and walk in what? Righteousness now. And have the hope and wait patiently on who? The appearing of who? The only begotten Son of Mashiach YAHAWASHI. That is coming to bring what? Judgment to the world that we read in Isaiah 34 earlier, because judgment is reserved for who? Idumah, which is evil. Keep reading.
And purify himself.
And purify himself where?
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people. He's going to purify to himself a peculiar people. When you look into that, it talks about a treasure. A peculiar people. Go ahead.
Zealous of good works.
Zealous of what?
Good works.
Zealous of good works. That's all we trying to do. Zealous of what? Good works. Meaning we here to put in the work. It don't start when he come. It don't start when he come. People wait till I'm waiting on him. Do the work now. You think he wants somebody to start working when he comes? No, he wants people to work right now. That's why he said, if you continue in my word, indeed you are a disciple. What makes you a disciple? Continuing in his word. Doing the work. Anything else?
These things speak and exhort and rebuke with all authority.
Rebuke with what?
All authority.
Rebuke with what?
All authority.
We rebuke you with all authority because we have been given authority. Through who? Hamashiach Yahawah. From the foundations of the earth, we was already ordained to do this. So we rebuke every evil spirit that come against us. In the name of Hamashiach Yahawah, we rebuke you. Unless you walk with Christ, unless you have laid down your life for Christ, unless you are willing to walk as he walked, we rebuke you. Keep going.
Let no man despise thee.
Let no man what?
Despise thee.
Let no man despise me. Don't worry about them other men. Don't worry about the ones who don't believe. They shall bow down one day. Every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall confess that he is king. He is master over the whole earth. Because it says all souls are mine. Give me that real quick, nice Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 3. What you got? No, we don't. Give me that real quick. Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 3. What time is it? Okay, we should close up. 18, verse 3. Ezekiel 18 and 3.
Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 3.
Ezekiel chapter 18, and then you give me Proverbs chapter 20 and 24. Go ahead.
As I live, said YAHAWAH.
As he lives, as the Most High, our Father, Yahawah. Elohim live. Go ahead.
He shall not have occasion anymore to use this proverb in Israel. Behold, all souls are mine.
All souls are whose?
All souls are mine.
So the Most High, our Father, Yahawah Mashiach Father, the one who told the Mashiach Yahawah, he said all souls are his. There's nobody soul that's not his. Shalom, brother, how you doing? All praises. What's going on with you, brother? You got questions? Oh, okay, cool. You know about Israelites? What you know? Oh, okay, cool. Right on, brother. Where your friends at? Come on, brother. You lacking? That's all right. Well, we be out here every Saturday, brother. You know what I mean? Yeah, we out here. We out here every Saturday from like 10 in the morning to like 12 something. We just getting ready to close out. But we out here every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Got a YouTube channel. You want to get into it? Hold on, we reading Ezekiel 18 and 3, but hold on, we got a brother we want to get tapped in with us. What's your name? YAHAWAH. Yeah, we out here every Shabbat day, man. YASHARAHLA. Not really in camp, man. I don't like to say camp. I mean, no. Those are my brothers. Any Israelite is my brother. But this is the thing. I'm already with him, Mashiach. You know what I mean? So I don't want to pledge allegiance. That's my YouTube channel. That's our, as you would call it, cap. I'm not pledging allegiance to anything other than Hamashiach Yahawah. Because he the one who saved us. He the one who laid down his life. When he come back, we're going to all be Israel. So, you know what I mean? When you pledge to somebody else or a camp, it's kind of like, it's a fine line, brother. That's all I say. You know what I mean? It's a fine line because once you start pledging to them, then you have men that's implementing their own things. You know, oh, you can do this or you can't do that. And it's like, come on, you know, we got to live by the word. He already implemented something. He already gave us what he wanted to give us. We don't have to do nothing extra or go no beyond that. Kind of like what Yahawah was talking about when he came. Man traditions, when they asked him, why you didn't wash your hands before you ate? He's like, come on, man, what you talking about? Where's that written at? No, I'm just saying, he's asking the Pharisees and them, where's that written in the Bible that I can't eat before I wash my hands? Like y'all giving me man traditions. So I'm not knocking the camps because that's what our brothers do and they bring brothers together, but I'd rather just be like, this is called Israel United. That's what YASHARAHLA means. So it's just Israel and unite all 12 tribes, no matter who you are, you know, and that's what we stand for. Any questions? You sure? You know who you are though. You know you Judah. Okay. So can I ask you a question? You out here on the Sabbath day, what you doing? Come on, brother. Come on, man. And you know the scriptures. What if he come back? How old are you? You're 20. My son 21, see? You know, 7-16. See what I'm saying? You gotta be an example for these brothers, man. You know? I mean, it ain't me. It's the word of the Most High. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you know the scriptures, you already know. If he come back and you slipping like this, he gonna put you over to the left. You know? And why get put over to the left like that? To go to the mall? You go to the mall. And you know you gotta have your fridges. See, if the reason you ain't got your fridges though, you finna go to the mall. You so if somebody sees you, they're like, oh look. Yeah, you need a shirt? I'll get you a shirt. Huh? Yeah, I'll get you a shirt. Tap in, take my number down. We'll go from there. I'll get you a shirt. I do everything I can do to help a brother out. Like 2017. I didn't even put the name, huh? That's your name.
Yeah, I'm gonna text my name.
Yeah, like 2017, I came in, and I started. It wasn't. I came from the bottom, you know. When I mean from the bottom, I didn't know nothing. Just started to read and try to do the little Christian thing, but found out quickly that wasn't the way because they was lying. They wasn't really preaching what was in the scriptures, you know, and confronting people. You know, why you letting this go on in these congregations and things, and then they want to cast me out, throw me out, and I'm like, okay, so I just kept pushing through the spirit. Not me, through the spirit. You know, can't nobody come to this unless the Father draw me. So it's just been an ongoing thing, you know, to come to realize who I am as an Israelite. I say probably like about 2019, 2020. That's when it really hit me. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, I'm an Israelite. You know, and I started to kind of sink into everything and started to dig deeper into the history and the knowledge, and I was like, oh, okay. So probably like 2024 plans, you know? So yeah. But if you know everything, I mean, I'm not saying you know everything, but I'm just saying, you know about the Sabbath day, you know about the fringes, you know that you're Israelite. So I mean, you gotta tap in, brother. You know, come on out here, you're supposed to be on this side. You're supposed to be right here, going strong on the Shabbat, you know? Passover coming. You know, and if we're not right here, sometimes we go down and fellowship with our other brothers that's down in Hollywood. You know, so we got other brothers out there, HOI, WFR, yeah, SOW, Shields of Wisdom. Okay, we be down there on Hollywood with YAHAWAH. You know who YAHAWAH is? Okay. Okay. They out here? Yeah, they're pretty much out. So you in Atlanta?
They are
Yeah. Now Sakari, I haven't functioned with them, but I know they be down there on Hollywood too, but they be further down than where we are. I think it's like I want to say like Highland. They be like right in front of the metro thing, but they be down there too. You know, but we Sakari. Cap. I don't know if you know Cap, but yeah, I used to function with him a little bit. We had a few conversations, you know, things like that. But like I said, regardless, they all are brothers. You know, I feel like this, like I said, hey, I'm Israel, and I'm part of the 12 tribes. I go to anywhere, and they should be receptive. The only ones that I think that they might be receptive is the brothers from YUSBK. They still are brothers, but they just be on a different time. But regardless, they still are brothers. If they say, nah, you can't be over here, I gotta respect that and say, all right, that's still my brother. Because as we commanded in Leviticus, we can't have hate for our brother no matter what. You get what I'm saying? Unless he did something to you and the brother just telling you like, hey, this is our thing, we don't want you over here. That's not doing something to me per se. That's just what they got going with their camp. You get what I mean? So that's all, brother. But tap in with me, man. Like I said, we're here every Sabbath day from like 10 to like 12 something. And we preach the word, man. You know, I do videos on the YouTube. We have Bible study. Matter of fact, we'll have another Bible study tomorrow at like 4 o'clock. A couple brothers, you know, that tap in. It's only like 2 or 3 of us, but we, you know, growing. We have a couple Bible studies, read some scriptures and things like that. Just rub elbows, you know, iron sharpen iron. You know? So tap in, man. Did you call me? Oh, my phone on the thing right now. Okay, cool. And we'll go from there, you know, if you're really serious. But you say you live in Atlanta. Okay, so you be back and forth? I know. Well, I mean, you ain't doing that out there in Atlanta. You're from Atlanta. Yeah, see, boy. We really have to tap in. Okay. But you're not with nobody, you just gonna listen to it. Have you initiated into it? Okay. To kind of get the feeling and everything. Okay. And he been trying to lace you up, but you get hold back. You know that ain't nothing but that evil, that world. Yeah, it's just the world, you know. You want that world, and then you know, he lacing you, so you like, no. But you know, that's how that devil be, man. He be calling you, man. It's like crack. You know, take that back because you said no, it's crack. But it's like whatever you want. It's just a drawer. It be drawing you to you know. So that's all, man. But whether you out there or you out here, you got brothers you can tap into. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're not right here sometimes. We do go out to fellowship with our brothers down there in Hollywood, but you're more than welcome to come down there too. It's just more brothers. You know, and if you tap in, like you said, HOI, then the brother YAHAWAH will be down there. Sometimes it'll be other brothers from HOI. They come, because, you know, HOI don't really have a camp right here. Like, they don't have nowhere where they really function right here, but over there, from my understanding. You get what I'm saying? They're more based like New York and, like you say, Atlanta, and yeah, some things like that. Yeah, so, but it's a few of them out here, and they do be functioning down there, so, you know, maybe you can tap in one day. I heard that. I ain't never went because I be out here. Oh, it's GMS, Great Millstone. Okay. At the old one on 7th Street? Yeah, I heard somebody else that came through here, they was like, they said, man, there be some other Israelites on 7th Street. But, you know, I'm always here on the Sabbath. But I did run into some RUSPK at Walmart handing out flyers. One day we see me, he was like, so Walmart, you know. He gave me a flyer. He was like, come check us out. You know, we trying to open up a school up here, but you know, it just didn't work out. The pilot, yeah. That's why when you said that, that's why I don't be tripping. They like that too. Yeah, they pushing a hard line. Right. Everywhere. Yeah. Contribute. You know, people that give us, they would call it donations, offers. You know, but at the same time, this is just me. We a nation. And if we're a nation, I should be able to go to anywhere. It's shouldn't be a separation about, oh, well, you're not part of our camp or congregation. And don't get me wrong, of course, there will be some things that I will be excluded from because I'm not part of your congregation. But as far as a teaching, I'm coming out to just show love to my brothers. And if I want to come and, you know, like this on the Sabbath day of mine, there should be no shying away. Now, if you're having a private thing within your congregation, that's something different. Like all the brothers getting together and we have a meeting about our congregation and you just show up and trying to be a part, that's something totally different. But for a teaching on a Sabbath day, no, you should never be talking about it. And that's why I say I am. You know, I'm just Israel, man. You know, who over me? The Most High and His Son. And all I want to do is preach His word. That's it. That's all we come to do. Nothing else. Preach the word. It was here before we was here, and it's gonna be here after we gone. There's nothing new under the sun. That's it. Everybody want to bring something new, and the truth is here. I'm the prophet. I'm this. Come on, man. Yeah, you know, it's like, come on, man. I try to get away from the politics, you know, and that's why we do what we do, you know. So that's where it's at. You know? But we here every Sabbath day, so if you want to, you can tap in next spot, man, and come on out. At least post up for a little bit, show some love, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you need some fringes, what size shirt you wear? Medium, small? Okay. I'll make sure I have you. If you come out next Shabbat, I'll have you one. Bet. If you come out, I'll have you one. What's the fringes on? You said a medium? A medium? Okay. Boom. So there it is. If you really want to serve with some fringes, boom, you'll show up. Not that that's a big thing, but I'm just saying, if you like, let me see if you're a man of His word, I'm a man of my word, boy, you'll be here. You know what I mean? 10. Huh? 10. We'll be out here about 10. You know? Try to do it early, because then after this, like I said, I'm gonna go have another Bible study with the family. And then after that, we'll relax for a minute. You know, have the rest of the Sabbath day, just kind of meditate on the word. Then we'll do another Bible study tomorrow with just the brothers on the Zoom. You can tap into that. That ain't nothing but a click. You know, and you can kind of still be moving. And, you know, however you want to do, have a thing in your ear, kind of listen in or whatever, just to get that word, man. But just to know that you got a brother out here, that we are out here, you can tap into. You know what I mean? So, all praises, man. No questions? You sure? All right. So I ain't gonna hit you with the Deuteronomy. I ain't gonna hit you with the numbers and all that, because you already know. So, you know, ain't no reason to you know, pork, crab, shrimp, lobster. Okay. So what you going to the mall to get? Who? Your cousin? Okay. You not buying them? You know that's being recorded though. You know it's being recorded though. Okay. I'm just letting you know, as long as you're aware, brother. I'm not saying that I ain't never did nothing on the Sabbath. You know, after knowing, I ain't no better than nobody else. You get what I'm saying? I don't did it, but through the grace and through His Spirit, He had mercy on me, showed me like, man, that ain't worth it. Because if you get caught out there like that, everything that you stand for wasn't worth it. And then on top of that, you want to stand up for your brothers. You can't live in hypocrisy and be a hypocrite. Tell a brother don't do that, and then you out on the Sabbath because you hungry or you want to go run and get you something to eat because you forgot. So you can't. I had to make a choice, and that's what all of us have to do one day. We all got to make a choice. It's not an easy choice, and this is why Hamashiach said that if any man come after me, he must what? Deny himself. You got to deny yourself, brother, and it's hard. But he said, if you do that, give me that real quick before the brother leave. John 15, about laying down yourself. Or Matthew 7:34 too. Which one you got? Yeah, you can do the friend.
John chapter 15, verse 13.
Bring it out.
Greater love hath no man than this,
Uh-huh.
that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Uh-huh.
Ye are all my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
That's Christ, Hamashiach. So he said you could be his friend. Now what greater thing is it than the one who laid down his life for you? The king, the master of the universe, the one who created all things. You could be his friend. But you gotta do what? Sacrifice yourself. Keep going.
Henceforth I call you not servants,
He don't call you a servant.
for the servant knoweth not what his master doeth.
Right.
But
Because
I,
he is the master, but the servant won't know what the master doing. A servant won't know how his master is moving. The ones that's in Beverly Hills got the big mansion. You think those people that come to their house to clean it know how they moving? No. They don't know what their ins and outs is. They don't know everything that's going on. Why? Because they servants. But he's telling you that he gonna let you know how he moving. He gonna let you know everything because he don't look at you as his servant. He look at you as what? His friend. Go ahead.
but I have called you friends,
Uh-huh.
for all things that I have heard of my Father,
All things that he heard of his father, Yahawah. Go ahead.
I have made known unto you.
He made known unto you, brother. So the words that you get is wisdom from the Father that created the Mashiach. You know what I mean? So this is on a whole nother level when you think about it like, man, you just got to listen to this. I know the world be pulling, but ain't nothing here worth it. Ain't nothing here worth it. Anything else?
Ye have not chosen me,
Uh-huh.
but I have chosen you.
Okay. So the reason why you pulled through here, so it's no coincidence. It ain't no just, oh, I was on my way and I just happened to see this. But no, this was supposed to happen. This is a call for you and a call for me. Whatever thing I got going on in my head, eventually anything, hey, just like you said when you jumped up, man, I didn't know it was Israelites out here. Because sometimes I might come out here week after week after week, and if nobody might stop me. And I might feel discouraged sometimes, like, man, I'm just out here, and it just feel like I'm like John the Baptist out here in the wilderness crying out, and ain't nobody listening. But all it takes is one. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one, as he said. So something inside us. And that's what it's supposed to be, because that's through the Spirit. He calling on you, letting you know, like, come on, man, leave that other stuff alone, it ain't worth it. You're supposed to be a servant for him, and you know. Like you say, you've been doing for a while. You know? Give me the other one real quick. 7:34. John 7:34. I believe that's what I want. No? There's no 34? Matthew 10 and 34? No, let me see. No, I don't want that. That's something else. I'm looking for, you must deny yourself. That's what I'm looking for. If any man come after me. Do I got it mistaken? Is that what it is? Matthew? If any man come after me, he must deny himself. 16:24. There it is. See, look at the brother. 16. See? He already saw you right there. That's why you're supposed to be out here. Look at it. Nah, bro, 16:24. Read that out. I knew it was 24 though, but I actually said 34. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
Then said YAHAWASHI unto his disciples,
Go ahead.
if any man will come after me, let him deny himself,
Uh-huh.
and take up his cross,
Uh-huh.
and follow me.
And follow me. Go ahead.
For whosoever will save his life,
You're trying to save it right now. You saved it. If you enjoying unrighteousness. So you're trying to save it. Go ahead.
shall lose it.
Uh-huh.
Whosoever will lose his life for my sake,
For who?
for my sake,
So if you throw it down and be like, man, I'm done with all that, and I'm just gonna walk with Mashiach Yahawashi, then what?
shall find it.
Then you will really find the life that you're really supposed to be living, brother. Because we gotta remember, we're what here? Pilgrims on this earth. We're just pilgrims. We're taking a pilgrimage. And we're waiting to do what? Go home. We're waiting for who? Our kingdom. We're waiting for our king. So as we have been told, when he put us in these other parts of the land, to what? Not partake in those things that these people partake in. Why? Because we're consecrated, we're separated from all the other people. So we can't partake in their holidays and their Halloweens and Christmases and the 4th of July. We don't partake in none of that. Because why? We separate. We're holy. You know what I mean? So we don't partake in none of that. Give me this real quick before you roll. Sirach 39 and 19. I want you to hear this. And, hey, can you read Sirach too? Or no? 23 and 19? Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 19.
Go ahead.
The works of all flesh are before him,
Go ahead.
and nothing can be hid from his eyes.
So the things you learned today, brother, were before him. Knowing that you're Israelite, like he said, why are my children so rebellious against me? Why do they hate me? Why do they hate my laws? Why? They're just rebellious against me. And you knowing the knowledge, before you finish reading that, give me John 2 in the last verse, or the last two verses. What you got? Bring it out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of Yahawah are 10 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most sacred parts. He knew all things ere ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city.
You don't want to be that man that's punished in the streets, brother, after he looked on your works. Because once he looked on them and he know that you know, as we're going to read right here, you got it? John 2. Go ahead.
John chapter 2, verse 24.
But
YAHAWASHI did not commit himself unto them.
See, he can't commit himself to you, YAHAWASHI. Why?
Because he knew all men.
Because he know what's in man. Right? James 2 and 17. James 2 in the last verse. In chapter 2. That's it on that. And then we'll go back to Sirach. But know that his eyes are 10,000 times brighter. Yeah. You know all your thoughts. Why? We're going to read it. Go ahead.
James chapter 2, verse 26.
Uh-huh.
For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
That's it. Without faith, where your works? Go back to Sirach. Start that at the top again, 39 and 19.
The works of all flesh are before him,
Uh-huh.
and nothing can be hid from his eyes.
Nothing is hid from the Most High Yahawah. Nothing at all that we do. Go ahead.
He seeth from everlasting to everlasting.
So he already know you was going to come here on this day in 2025 because he see from everlasting. So he already knew that we was going to have this conversation. He already know you be in Atlanta. He already know you tapped in. He know that you know him and you know of him. But why you not serving him? But he sees from everlasting to everlasting. Go ahead.
And there is nothing wonderful before him.
So he doesn't have respect for person. That's what it's saying. Millionaire and a trillionaire don't come before him. He doesn't care about none of that. So the man on the street is above to the trillionaire. They just a man because he created you, right? Go ahead.
A man may want to say, what is this? Wherefore is it? He has made all things for their uses.
He has made all things for their uses. Go ahead.
His blessing covered the dry land and watered it as a flood.
Okay, that's it on that. Give me Sirach 5 real quick. I believe it's like 6 I want. Then a man tear me. Don't tear me. That's what I want. Don't tear me. Because I know the brother got gotta go. It's 5 and like 7 or something like that. Don't tarry. It's right there in the beginning. Sirach 5, you ain't got it? Where you at? Where was you at? Oh, you went to Ecclesiastes? Huh? Yeah, bring it up. I don't want a man to tarry. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods.
Jump down to where it says don't tarry. So be about
Verse
5 or
7.
7. Hold on. Hopefully whoever they going to will be okay, man. Let the apple out, yeah. Man. Oh, they're coming right here. Thank you. We appreciate that. All right, bring it out. Sirach 5 and 7. Go ahead.
Make no tarry to turn to Yahawah.
What does tarry mean? Tarry means don't wait. That's an old way of saying, like, wait, don't wait. That's why I said don't tarry, right? Go ahead.
And put not off from day to day.
Don't do what?
And put not off from day to day.
Don't put it off from day to day, brother, like you're doing. Why?
For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahawah come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
Your security, so you feel like you're secure right now. You feel like, man, if I go out here and I'm at the mall or buy me something, ain't that gonna happen to me right now. You know, so you're secure now. Because if you wasn't secure, you wouldn't do it. If you wasn't secure, you wouldn't do it. There's no way. You would have too much fear to do it, because the Bible says fear is the what? Huh? Give me that in Proverbs. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
Perish in the day of vengeance. Go ahead.
Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity.
So these days that people go out, be like, I'm trying to get that bag, and they get it unjustly, meaning in any unrighteous way. What the Bible say?
For they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity.
They're not going to profit you. That's why them brothers out there, every drug man that you see, everyone that was a robber, everyone that was a thief, they ball for a minute. But what happened? They end up getting caught doing 40 years, 50 years, or they get shot in the head, or somebody stole their stuff, or this or that. It's always something. Oh, I took a loss. I took this. I took that. Yeah, they kidnapped such and such. Why are they going through all that? Because they got all those things unjustly. You can't, the Bible says if a man killed by the sword, he must be what? Killed with the sword. Anything else? Okay. What I tell you to bring? Proverbs 1. Yeah. 7, I believe. Bring it up. What you say? Oh, go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge.
Say that again.
The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge.
The fear of Yahawah is only the beginning of what? Knowledge. Go ahead.
But fools despise wisdom.
But what?
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
You don't want to be that, brother. You don't want to be that. That's straight up. It's not my word. And who wrote that book? Proverbs. Who wrote that? That's solid. Why is this man? Why is this man? What, read it again?
The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Give me this real quick before you walk off. I want you to show you this. Give me the book of Baruch, first Baruch. Just give me 4. Start at 4 from the top.
Baruch,
First Baruch.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1.
Go ahead.
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever.
The law endureth forever. Go ahead.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
All they that keep it shall come to life. So as he said, you deny yourself, what we read earlier in Matthew 16, you deny yourself, then you will what? You'll throw down that life and really receive what? The real life, right? So, but you got to do what? Keep his commandments, right? Go ahead.
But such as leave it shall die.
But the ones who leave his commandments, they gonna die. And they ain't talking about just death here on earth. Everybody here gonna die. He's talking about the second one, right? Go ahead.
Turn thee, O Jacob.
Turn who?
Thee, O Jacob.
You say you Jacob, right? It said turn. So you gotta turn. And it said, oh Jacob, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? Go ahead.
And take hold of it.
And do what?
Take hold of it.
When you take hold of something, what do? If I say take hold of this right now, if I pull this out and I say, brother, take hold of this, what you gonna do? Grab it. So it's telling us to do what? Grab it. Grab it. He's telling you to grab it. It's free. Grab it. Go ahead.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
Walk in the presence of the light. He let you know that this thing right here is light. And if you walk in the presence of there, then you will have light. Go ahead.
That thou mayest be illuminated.
That you may be what?
Illuminated.
You can be illuminated, brother. Right now, your light is dim. You taking an extinguisher out and you spraying it every day. But he let you know that you can be what? Illuminated. How can you be illuminated? Because Hamashiach is light. It said light came into the world, but man proceeded not because their deeds was evil. So he tells you to take his word that was sent from the Father that will illuminate you. And once you take that in, him and the Father can make they what? Rest inside you and abode in you. You know what I mean? And you will be illuminated. Go ahead.
Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Right. This ain't for everybody else. This is for you, brother. So you can be illuminated. So this is what we come out here to do every Shabbat, is bring forth this word to illuminate our brothers, the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Manasseh, Issachar, Naphtali. You know what I mean? Gad. And this is what we do, bring forth the word to illuminate. So like I said, whenever you're ready, just tap in. We always here. Only way I ain't here is the Most High don't allow me to be here. Like I said, we went to fellowship with some other brothers, but we always here. So just tap in with me, man. You know, never feel like you don't have no place, woo woo, or I ain't got nowhere to go for the Sabbath, man. You always got somewhere. We right here. You know. But remember that the fear of the Most High is the beginning of what? Wisdom. And who hate wisdom? Who? No, who hate wisdom? Fools. They say fools hate wisdom. And they hate instructions. These are instructions. Now mind you, we all been here. I've been on that side too. And not to say that I never step one fall and be on that side again. Because you can never think for yourself to be puffed up. Because you don't know what you're going to go through. But just as well as I'm preaching to you and telling you to come on this other side, I would hope and prayers that if I ever did stumble, would be another brother that would do the same to bring me back over, to bring my mind back, to let me know, brother, you don't went into darkness again. You like that dog that don't return to his vomit. Come back over, come back home, brother. Satan don't sold you that lie, you know? And remember, if you was reading Ezekiel 18:3 when you first worked and walked up, it says that all souls are his. So if all souls is his, then what's your fruit? And anytime he can require your spirit back, that's his spirit. You don't want to be off and he require his spirit back and he want his spirit back and then you off. Like that, you know. So you gotta really tap in, brother. You know, count the cost of everything. in. And what you want. What you supposed to real quick. You know? So, anytime tap in, like I say, man, we always here. Dion, we don't pray outside. You know what I'm saying? Because back to the say don't pray on the street. But what you want to do? You want me to pray for you? Is that what you said? You just got a prayer. Let's close it out. All praises be with the brother want to close out with us. Let's close out for the day. We give all praises, honor, and glory still to the Most High Yahawah for the brother coming over. Not only that, for the message that went out today, we give honor and glory to our APBTTTMH Yahawah. Call Allah YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. With that, we're going to say, Kwam YASHARAHLA.
Kwam YASHARAHLA.
Kwam YASHARAHLA.
Kwam YASHARAHLA.
And we say, Shalom.
Shalom.